Hello, everybody. It's time for week 6 recap. I feel like I just did the week 5 recap, and I looked back, and I actually did just do it 5 days ago. But tonight is as good a night as any to do it. For this week, I think I was running late last week. Whatever, busy. Got to fit it in when you can. So, wanted to update you on my Couch to 5K progress for this week. I made it through another week. I did my this was the final week where each of the 3 workouts was different. As I recall, last Wednesday started out with a 5-minute run with a walk, and then an 8-minute run, and then a walk, and then a 5-minute run, and then the cool down, of course, with the warm up at the beginning. Then on Friday, I believe it was 2 10-minute runs. I should have looked this up before I did this, but 2 10-minute runs with a walk in between. And then yesterday, I did my first 25-minute run. And as you might recall from last time, I was not dreading it. I wasn't scared of it. I was sort of looking forward to it in a weird way. And I did it. I did fine. It was a struggle at the end, but I did fine. And then later, I drove around my neighborhood to see how far I had run. And I'm getting there. I still, in the 25 minutes, what did I tell you, Michelle? I think I ran somewhere between, I think it was around 2.4 miles. I can't remember. But the great news is I'm 41. I have never I've ridden that far. I've never run that far without stopping in my life, unless I did it as a kid, but I don't think kids usually run 2 miles unless they're doing track or something, which I didn't do. So pretty confident in saying this was the first time I had ever run that far without stopping to walk. So I was getting a little sick of my aerobic music, not sick of it in general, but sick of it for my playlist. So for yesterday's playlist for the 25-minute run, I actually changed it up finally, and I went back to, if you've been looking at my updates every week, you'll know that I had said in the beginning that it was kind of amazing to me that songs that inspire me while I'm spinning or teaching my group cycling classes weren't really cutting it for the run. So I wanted to try to go back to that since I'm sort of getting used to running a little bit. So I picked some of my songs, which I'll put below this video. I'll put my playlist there, but I chose some long songs that I know inside out from when I'm teaching, like Hip Hip Chin Chin, and Spenta La Stella, and a couple others, which I will put down here, because for most of you, except for maybe Jen, those titles don't mean anything to you. So I changed it up a little bit, and I did okay. It wasn't the music. What happened with the music was my mind went to a place like as if I were teaching class. So on the song Big Ditch, which you can click on it. I'll see if playlist.com has the songs so that you can actually listen to them if you choose to. But with Big Ditch, when I teach spin, we do jumps, which is getting up out of the saddle of the bike for the same amount of time as when you sit back down, and you just alternate. So for Big Ditch in spin class, I alternate the class for 30 seconds on each position. So while I was running to Big Ditch, I was actually counting in my head the 8 counts, because it's actually not 30 seconds in class, it's actually 32 seconds because of the 8 count, but technicality. So I was counting in my head, and I was actually sort of teaching a spin class while I was running to that song. It allowed my brain to go to another place, and I was able to continue the run. So that worked for me. So today I would have done as you know, I originally set out to do 4 days a week, and I was going to do the 2 consecutive days. I was going to repeat the final day of each week on a Monday. Well, it's getting too hard to do that. I don't want to injure myself at the 11th hour before this 5K, and so I had originally decided that what I was going to do, instead of another 25-minute run today, I was going to repeat one of the earlier days this week, either the 5-8-5 or the 2 10-minute runs with the walk in between. And then last night, the older boy and I, since Jim and the younger boy are at scout camp, the older boy and I are hanging out, and we went to see a movie last night and had dinner at the movie theater. It's one of those where they serve you real food while you're watching the movie. So we did that, and then came home and he went to work on his car because it's still disassembled in the garage, and I was doing some computer stuff, of course. And then suddenly at 20 to 11, he came running in the house and he said, actually, he was in the house. He was washing his hands from doing the car. He came running upstairs and he said, "Oh my gosh, we've almost missed free Slurpee Day at 7-Eleven," because it was 7-Eleven, so they were giving out free Slurpees. So we went to 7-Eleven. We were driving at 10 minutes to 11 at night, which normally wouldn't happen if all four of us were home, but we were just having, fun couple days, just the two of us together. So I was like, let's go to 7-Eleven and get free Slurpees. Well, they were this big, so we ended up buying each of us a medium Slurpee each, because they were out of the small cups, because I'm sure that everybody who was going in was buying another Slurpee and they ran out of small. So I thought it was great marketing. Kudos to you, 7-Eleven, for getting me to go in there and spend $3.75 more than what I was going to spend originally. So we were drinking our Slurpees at 11 o'clock at night. I intended to get up early to do my run because I had to go to work and get my nails done this morning. I had to leave at 8:30, and I was going to get up early and do the run. Well, in other developments, Michelle and I are going to see the B-52s at the Ravinia Festival in the northern suburbs of Chicago. Trust me, I'll get back to the Couch to 5K. But I thought it was just the two of us going, and she bought the tickets, but she thought it was us and our husbands, and Jim despises the B-52s. So we were dealing with that last night. We're trying to find somebody to buy the other two tickets from us. It's not a big deal. We'll get rid of them, and it's no big deal. But between having the Slurpees before bed last night and then talking about the B-52s with Michelle and sending out emails for that really late, I slept terrible. And right before I woke up, I had a dream about going to Kate Pearson's house. She's the red-headed one in the B-52s. I had a dream about going to Kate Pearson's house with a big bouquet of flowers just to get her autograph. And then as she was coming to her door, shooing me, this crazy person, away. I'm not crazy. I just like you, Kate Pearson. But I just wanted her autograph. And then this huge spider came down from the light fixture on her porch. And I was screaming, running away from her house. Well, that's how I woke up. I didn't wake up screaming, but I just I woke up really, really in a poor way. And I was so tired. So Michelle was relieved to know this afternoon when I talked to her that I did not, in fact, do my run. I actually just walked the dog today. So I think what I'm going to do is just back it off. I'm not even going to say I'm going to do 4 days because, like I said, it's getting too hard to do those long runs 2 days in a row anyway. So on Mondays, I'm just going to take my dog for a really long walk, longer than what I do when I come back from my runs and take her. And that'll be that. So that's my story. Next week, I think I have 3 25-minute runs, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm sure it'll be fine. You know what? I was so happy as I was running yesterday. I was thinking, you know what? When I started this, oh, there's my phone. I was making deals saying if I could just get to the next stop sign. So I'm doing really well. Got to get the phone. Have a good night, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.